Okay, so I just inverted the selection of the UVs by holding down Shift and dragging over the shell border selection. And I'm going to use this tool right here, this smooth UV tool. If I click on that, then I'm going to click on this unfold and drag. Okay, and you can see the mesh relaxing. Now it may turn out that this area around the leg is just not going to work out like I want it to. And so I'd want to continue to edit that. I'm going to pretend it's okay for now because you guys don't want to watch me spend all the time that would require. But just know that it would be the same process. I would have to cut out the leg and then cut it down the middle so I can cut it into two separate pieces, and then it wouldn't be part of the body the pelt of the body anymore. It would be it'd just be a leg all by itself. So I'm going to undo this until before I moved it. Okay. Now I'm going to go back into object mode and I'm going to select this mesh, and I've got all this history that I've created from cutting up this character. So I need to delete that. So I'll go to Edit, Delete by Type, History. Okay, and now that's all gone. There's the rest of my pieces, and I would continue to do that to all the different pieces of the character. So like I could do it to the beak, for instance, which I'm not going to do right now, but could be done. So now the next step is to take this into Photoshop. So you can see that the UV texture editor is based off your selection. So if I were to select my mesh that has a UV layout, it looks all nice, and I can go to within the UV texture editor, I can go to the polygon menu. It's here, or I could hold down spacebar and get it here, and go to this UV snapshot to the very bottom of the menu. Okay, I like to save these as a PNG image in the image format of a PNG. Okay, expand this a little bit. This is where it's going to save it. I didn't set my project, so it's not saving it to the right location. So let me browse to set it to the right place. And I want to save it in the images folder of my project. Hopefully this will be done for you because you will have set your project. And I got it, and I can give it a name. See, Swan UV. Okay. And then all the rest of these, I like to set the color to black if it's not there by default. And I like to set this size up to, because we're working on a movie, we've set this size up higher. So 1024 pixels by 1024 pixels is what this is going to be. If we were working on a game, most likely this would be 512 squared or less, depending on what the purpose of it is, what the model is for. But because I want it to look really nice, this is plenty of resolution. So the highest resolution, this is worth noting, the highest resolution I've ever heard of being used in a production in film was it 4096 by squared. So 4096 by 4096. That's a lot of resolution. Now, the thing to try to imagine when you're setting this value is what kind of screen is it going to be viewed on. At 4096, that means that the character could take up the entire movie screen and it would still look nice on a 4K movie screen. Okay, most of us don't have those sort of TVs at home yet. Most of us are looking at 1080p, which is 1920 pixels by 1024 pixels. No, wait, 1200 pixels, sorry. And so if that's the case, and for our project it certainly is, that this 1024 is plenty of information for our characters, our heroes. So I'll select, with all these settings set, I'll click OK. It tells me it saved the file to this location. So now I'm ready to go into Photoshop and start working in there. So we'll resume on the next video inside of Photoshop.